One of the things that worries people about getting into wood turning is learning to use the various tools. The easy wood tools showed in this review are very well made in America and have a unique design that makes them exceptionally easy to use. And these tools are sized to give you plenty of leverage to be stable and safe at the lathe. The handles are nicely shaped and long enough to let you get a good anchor point on your side or at your hip. This space at the end of the handle encourages you to grip it there, and that makes it easier to anchor the chisel against your side or on your hip. The shanks of these chisels are heavily made from stainless steel to resist corrosion and rusting in a turning environment. All of these tools are equipped with replaceable carbide cutters. Each cutter has multiple cutting surfaces so they last longer. The roughing tool has a square cutter with 4 identical cutting edges. When the current edge goes down, just loosen the screw, turn it to a new edge, and tighten the screw back up. The finisher tool has a round insert that has a continuous cutting edge all the way around. The detailer tool uses an insert with 2 triangular-shaped cutting edges. All of these tools are set up so that the cutting edge is at the center point of the wood being turned. And all of these tools are held level to the floor when you're using them. It just doesn't get any easier. Originally, I didn't plan to use this footage for the review. This piece of wood was one I had given up on because it splintered so badly with my other tools. I figured I'd just sacrifice it to get the feel of the easy wood tool. But then I stopped to look at the surface and guess what? So I needed to do this some more to see if that was just a soft spot or something in the wood. Beginners will like the square cutter because you can move it straight in when rounding a piece off. And then with just a little bit of practice, you can take a light cut along the piece to smooth it out. Just take your time and don't force any of these tools into the wood. Just take your time and let them do the cutting. I left this bit of footage in just to remind myself that this simple square cutter is doing a lot better job than a fancy tool I paid approximately twice the price for. And it was on the same piece of what I thought was junk oak. Now we're going to change to the finisher tool with the round insert on the end. Finisher might not actually be the best name for this tool because you can do so much in terms of shaping. This rounded insert makes it very easy to cut shapes like coves. And unlike a lot of tools, you can take cuts coming back up the cove. With most tools, you can only cut going down the sides of the cove, not back up. Once I found this out, I kept doing it to see if I get the catch that you almost surely would with other tools, and it never came. That freedom of movement with the tool makes it easy to take your time and cut the shape that you really want. This will be especially good for novice turners. Now here's a shape that's very easy to make with the Easy Wood Tools finisher, but just about impossible with other tools. I was able to make a nice rounded undercut on this flange that almost doesn't need sanding. You can give yourself gray hair trying to do this with other tools. And last is the detailer. The only thing you have to watch out for with this tool is just not to plunge it all the way in the first time. You can go in a good bit, but then you want to use the sides of this cutter to open that V up a little bit. With just a little practice, you can use this detailer to round over flanges and make curved surfaces that are very clean. So whether you're brand new to turning or a grizzled veteran, the Easy Wood Tools deserve a hard look.